Good morning, all dear students. I extend my warm welcome to all of you in this new class of mine. Today, we are going to deal with parts of speech. Now, what is parts of speech? Parts of speech are the basic categories of words in a language. Words can be classified into different parts of speech. And how they are classified? They are classified on the basis of their function, on the basis of their meaning, and on the basis of the grammatical behavior which those words do in a sentence. So those words, they come in the category of parts of speech. There are 8 parts of speech. They are: number 1, noun; pronoun; adverb; adjective; preposition; conjunction; and interjection. This is our part 1. Here we are dealing with noun, verb, adjective. In the part 2, we are going to deal with the other parts of speech. So basically, what is a part of speech? Parts of speech are the basic categories of words in a language. Words can be classified into different parts of speech, and they are based on their functions, meaning, and grammatical behavior. There are 8 parts of speech. The first part of speech is noun. So now, in the previous chapter, we have come to know about noun. Noun, what is a noun? Nouns are the names that refer to people, things, places, and ideas. Or we may also say that noun is a word that refers to a person, to a place, to a thing, or an idea. There are various types of nouns. Those types of nouns are: number 1, proper noun. Proper nouns are those nouns which are the names of certain specific people, places, organizations. For example, we say Ramesh. So Ramesh is the name of a person. Seema. Again, Seema is the name of a person. Then London. London is the name of a place. Google. Google is the name of an organization. So, proper nouns are the names. They denote certain names of specific people. Then we have common nouns. Common nouns, they are actually general terms for people, places, or things. For example, we may say like cat. So cat is the name of an or the general term which is used for an animal. So here we can also add with people animals. Animals. Right. And then city. City is a commonly used term for a place. Chair. Chair is a commonly used term for certain wooden structure or a structure which is made out of certain material. Then collective nouns. So collective nouns, as the name itself shows, that they are a collection. They denote a group of people, animal, things, etc. For example, we say family. So family is a group of people. Team, again team is a group of people. Then flock, flock is a group of animal. Then abstract noun. So abstract noun, they are concepts or ideas that cannot be physically touched. So here we have to pay attention on this thing, that abstract nouns, they can neither be seen nor physically touched. So we cannot touch them. Like we say happiness. So happiness is only a concept. It is only a feeling. Happiness we cannot see, we cannot touch it. Again, freedom, the same. It is an idea, it is a concept. We cannot see or touch it. Love, again, it is a concept or idea. We cannot see it or touch it. Then material nouns. So material nouns, they are the names of certain physical substance or material. They provide a name of certain physical substance or material, such as we say wood, stone, etc. So, material nouns are used to describe objects that can be perceived by the senses. For example, we say, my ring is made of gold. So, ring, material noun, it is made of gold. Gold is material, matter, right? And ring can be touched. So overall, if we give a brief recap of noun, we can say that noun is a name of a person, place or thing or an idea. There are five types of noun. Proper noun, they denote certain names. Common noun, they are the general terms. Collective nouns, they shows a group. Abstract noun, they are just the ideas or concepts which cannot be seen or touched. Material noun, they are they indicate towards certain physical substance or the material. Now, there are certain examples of nouns. For example, you see the cat is sleeping on the couch. So the cat. Cat is what? Cat is the example of a common noun. Then John is a great musician. Here John is the example of a proper noun because it is indicating towards one individual. The family is going on vacation. Family is again it is an example of a collective noun. Then happiness is a feeling that everyone seeks. So happiness again, as I just told you, it is the example of abstract noun. Then the book is on the table. So book is a general term for any book, right? So it comes again in the category of common noun, as the cat comes in the category of common noun. Then this ring is made of gold. So you see that ring is the example of common noun and gold is the example of material noun. So these are the examples of nouns. Now the second parts of speech is verbs. So verbs are words that express action, occurrence or state of being. So what are verbs? Verbs are those words that express certain action. Suppose I say walk. So walk, it is indicating towards action. Occurrence, something that is happening, or state of being, the state in which a thing or a being is there. So if we want to say, in other words, what can we say? We can say that verbs are words that express action, occurrence or state of being. They are a crucial part of a sentence as they convey what is happening, what has happened or will happen. One more thing is also there, because verbs they convey the tense. What is happening means in the present. What has happened means what has happened in the past. What will happen means what will take place in the future. There are certain examples of verbs like we see run, we say run. So run is again it denotes some action. Eat again denotes some action. Be is the basic form of a verb. So in short, what are verbs? Verbs are actions. In simple terms, we can say that verbs are the words that show certain action. If a word shows action, then that word is a verb. Now, types of verbs. So there are various types of verbs. Those types of verbs, they are number one, action verbs, linking verbs, helping verbs, transitive verbs, intransitive verbs. So action verbs, as I have just told you, that action verbs, they always describe certain physical or mental action. Like suppose I say I am reading. So read is a mental action and running is the example of physical action. So you see, run. Run is the example of physical action. Think is the example of mental action. Again, read. Read is the example of mental action. Then linking verbs. Linking verbs, they connect the subject to additional information. So in a sentence, we know that there is always a subject and certain information is being provided for that subject. So linking verbs, they work as linking words to provide or to connect the additional information to the subject. For example, be, seem, appear. Then we have helping verbs, as the type or the name itself shows. It indicates that it is used to help form the sentence, mood or voice of another verb. And these are very simple. They are like will, would, shall, is, am. So they are helping verbs. Then we have transitive verbs. Transitive verbs, they are used with objects. That means object, when they take an object directly, then that means the sentence is incomplete if the object is not being used with these verbs. These verbs are called transitive verbs. For example, I say eat. So what eat? I eat breakfast. I write a letter. The painter paints a picture. Right? So transitive verbs, they always take certain object with them. Then intransitive verbs. So intransitive verbs, they do not take object directly. They do not need any object for completion of their meaning. For example, suppose I say sleep, there is no need of any object. Laugh, there is no need of any object. Cry, there is no need of any object. So there are 5 types of verbs. Number one, we have action verbs, which denote certain physical or mental action. Linking verbs, which connect the subject to the additional information. Helping verbs, which help in forming the tense, mood, or the voice of another verb. Then we have transitive verbs. They always take certain object with them, and intransitive verb, they do not need any object for the completion of their meaning. Then we have functions of verbs. So there are various types of functions which are being served by verbs. So number one, action. It describes what the subject is doing. So a verb in a sentence, it shows, it describes, it presents, it denotes what the subject is doing. So what is the state of the work which is being done by the subject? Then state of being. In this function, the verbs, they describe what is the condition of the subject or what is the status of the subject. Then tense, it indicates the time at which the action or state occurs, when the action is occurring, whether the action is occurring in the present tense, past tense, future, or will occur in the future tense. Then mood, it expresses the speaker's attitude or feeling. So what was the speaker's attitude? while doing certain action, or what was his feeling when he was in action, he or she was in action. Then voice. So they are also used in voice. They indicate whether the subject is performing or receiving the action. So these are the 5 type of functions which are being performed by the verbs. Number 1, it denotes action. It denotes state of being. It helps in forming the tense. It denotes the mood. It is also used in the voice to denote a voice. Then now let us take certain examples of verbs. So she runs every morning. Now you see, runs is a verb here, and this is showing a physical action. Action showing word, and it is so showing the physical action. Then he is a great musician. So he is is a linking verb. He is the subject. Great musician, musician is great musician. It is the additional information regarding he. So, and this is, it is linking he with the information great musician. So he is a great musician is here is a linking verb. Then they will attend the concert. So you see, helping, will is the helping verb over here, and they is again it is subject, and what is it doing? It is helping in completing the meaning. So here we say that will is the helping verb. She eats breakfast every day. Now eats is a verb which is a transitive verb, and as we have told you that transitive verb always needs an object for the completion of its meaning. So here she eats what? She eats breakfast. So here breakfast is the object and she of course is the subject. Then he sleeps soundly at night. Sleep is a verb. It is intransitive verb, and as we all know that intransitive verb does not need any object for the completion of its meaning. So that is why there is no object used over here for the completion of the meaning of this sentence. So here we have done certain examples of various types of verbs. She runs every morning, action verb. He is a great musician, linking verb. They will attend the concert, helping verb. She eats breakfast every day, transitive verb. He sleeps soundly at night is intransitive verb. Now verb tenses and verb forms. So this is very important of parts of speech. Verb tenses. There are 3 types of tenses. We all know. First of all, there is present tense, past tense, and future tense. So these are the 3 tenses, 3 basic uh, types of tenses. Present tense, it describes action or states that are currently happening. So, what does it show? It shows action which is taking place in the present, currently, in the current time. We have past tense. Past tense, it describes the actions which occurred in the past, which have already happened, which occurred in the past time. Then we have future tense. Future tense, it describes actions or states that will occur in the future, So there are 3 types of tenses: present tense, past tense, and future tense. Then there are verb forms also. So the forms of the verbs, they are divided into various parts. Number 1, we have B form or the basic form or the base form. So the basic form of verb is the first form of verb, like we say walk, run, eat, etc. So this is the basic form of verb. Then past form. The form of the verb used to describe past actions is called past form verb, and it is generally made by using ed, like we say walked, talked. Sometimes it is irregular verb also, so it is made by in certain irregular way, like run or ran, ate, etc. Then we have present participle. Present participle, it is the form of the verb which is used to describe ongoing actions. Ongoing actions means actions which are happening at the present time. Okay. And it is generally made by using or by adding ing in the first form. ing, ing in the first form of the verb. Where it is used in the ing in the first form. First form. Right. Then past participle. So past participle, it is the form that is used to describe completed action. Completed, it is used by adding third form. Third form or ed form or en form of verb, like walked, run, and eaten. So here we have seen that there are three tenses of the verbs: present tense, past tense, and future tense. Present tense, it describes the action that is currently happening. Past tense, it describes the action that occurred in the past. Future tense, it describes the action that will take place in the future. Then there are various verb forms, and first is the base form. It is also known as the basic form. It is generally the first form of the verb, like we can say walk, talk, go, eat, run, etc. Then we have past form of the verb. Past form of the verb, it denotes the past actions, and like we say walked, talked, ran, etc. Present participle form, it describes the ongoing action, and it is generally formed by using ing in the first form of the verb. For example, we may say walking, running, eating, etc. Then past participle. So this is that form of the verb which describes the action that is completed, and it is generally the third form of the verb. For example, walked, ran, walked, run, eaten, etc. Now, the third part of speech is adjectives. So, what is an adjective? Adjectives are words that modify or describe nouns or pronouns. So, what are adjectives? Adjectives are the words. Words, what do? They modify. Sometimes they modify, sometimes they describe, or rather you may say they modify or describe either a noun or a pronoun. For example, big, happy, blue. We may say I have a big bag, she is very happy, she has blue eyes. So adjectives, they provide or they modify or describe nouns or pronouns. Then we have types of adjectives. There are various types of adjectives. Those types are quantitative adjectives, qualitative adjectives, demonstrative adjectives, interrogative adjectives, and possessive adjectives. Number one, quantitative adjectives. They describe the quantity or amount of something or the number. Quantitative, quantity. They tell us something about the quantity. For example, we say some, many, few, three, four, 10, etc. Then we have qualitative adjectives. Qualitative adjectives, they describe the quality or the characteristics of something. For example, again, we may say happy, blue, big, etc. Then we have demonstrative adjectives. So demonstrative adjectives, they point out or indicate a specific noun or pronoun. They indicate or they point out. For example, we say this, that, these are the girls whom we were looking for. This is my pen. So they indicate towards certain noun or a pronoun. Then interrogative adjectives. Interrogative adjectives, as the name itself shows, interrogative. So they ask questions about a noun or a pronoun. Right? For example, which, what, whose, etc. Then we have possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives, they show ownership or possession. Any possession is being shown by this kind of adjectives like my, this is my pen, that is your book, etc. So there are 5 types of adjectives. Number one, quantitative adjective. They denote the quantity or amount of something. Qualitative adjective. They describe the quality or characteristics of something. Then we have demonstrative adjectives. They point out or indicate a specific noun or a pronoun. Fourth number is interrogative adjectives. They ask a question about a noun or pronoun. And last of all, we have possessive adjectives. This kind of adjectives, they show ownership or possession. Function of adjectives. So adjectives, they provide 3 types of functions in a sentence. Number one, to modify nouns. The first and the foremost function which is provided by the adjectives is to modify nouns. Adjectives, they describe or modify nouns or pronouns. So they modify a noun. Suppose we say she is a blue-eyed girl. Okay, so here you see that the sentence, it is modifying the noun. Then to provide more information regarding the pronoun or the noun. So they sometimes provide additional information regarding the noun or the pronoun, and sometimes they are used to compare nouns or pronouns. So now let us take certain examples of all this kind of functions which are being performed by various types of adjectives. Number one, the big house on the hill. Now you see that the big house on the hill. Big is the example of qualitative adjective. Qualitative adjective because it is denoting the quality of the house, that the house is of what kind, that house is, it is not small uh, uh, nor of average size, it is a big house, right? Quality of the house is big house. The house which is on the hill is a big one, right? Then, and it is also providing additional information regarding the noun, right? That is the house. So, what kind of house is there on the hill? The house which is big. She has three dogs. Quantitative. So, here we see that three is the example of quantitative adjective because it is denoting towards the number of the dogs that she has, neither one nor two nor four or five. She has three dogs. This book is mine. This book is mine. This, it is demonstrative adjective. And what does it do? It denotes that the book which is there, which is in front of me, this book. So many books are there, but this is my book. Which color do you prefer? So, which is an example of interrogative adjective because it is asking a question. So, you see, which color do you prefer? Which is the example of interrogative adjective. Then, my car is red. My is the example of possessive adjective. It shows some possession as I have just told you. So, uh, which car is red? The car that which is mine. That car is red. So, these are the examples of various types of adjectives. Number one, the big house on the hill. She has three quantitative dogs. She has three dogs. This book is mine. Which color do you prefer? My car is red. Now, adjective degree. So, there are three types of adjective degrees. Those degrees are number one, positive degree, number two, comparative degree, number three, superlative degree. Positive degree, this is a basic form of adjective and it indicates one thing or individual, and here no comparison is being made. Like we say happy, big, blue. This is a big house. Suppose we say this is a big house. So this is an example of positive degree. Then, or I am happy, or I have a blue shirt. Then we have comparative degree. Comparative degree, it is used to compare two things. Positive degree is used for one and comparative degree is used for two. And the same, and it is generally being used, it is being made by using ER after a word or IER after a word. ER or IER. If we add it, then we can form a comparative degree of adjective. Suppose in the positive degree, suppose I say I am happy. In the comparative degree, if I have to make a sentence, I will say I am happier than my sister. Or suppose I have to say I have a big blue bag, and if the same sentence I have to make in a comparative degree, then I will say that I have a bigger blue bag than yours. Then we have superlative degree. So superlative degree, here we make a comparison and the comparison is made among three or more than three things. So, and this is generally being made by using I, E, S, T after a word or E, S, T after a word. So, comparative degree, here the comparison is made among three or more than three things or persons. And suppose I have to make a sentence in a come superlative degree, then what will I say? I will say I am the happiest person on the earth. So here you see that I am making a comparison among all. I am neither making it in one or two. I am saying that I am the happiest person. There is no comparison with my happiness. So in this way, we can say that there are three type of adjective degrees. First is positive degree, where comparison, there is no comparison, and where we talk about one person or one individual only. It may be a person, it may be a thing. For example, I have a big house. I am a happy person. I have a blue shirt. Comparative degree, where a comparison is being made between two persons or things. And if I have to make a sentence, what will I say? I will say that I am happier than my sister. I have a bigger house than yours. The color of my frock is bluer than yours. Then we have the superlative degree. And superlative degree here, comparison is in more than three, or among three, or more than three things. And it is generally being made by using est after a word, or after the positive degree, est after the positive degree of adjective. And suppose I have to make a sentence of the same, then what will I say? I will say that I am the happiest person in my house. My house is the biggest in the town, and she has a largest company of friends. Right? So in this manner, we have seen that adjective degrees, they are three in number. We have positive degree, comparative degree, and superlative degree. In the positive degree, the basic form of it is the basic form of adjective, and it is just the first form, that is where there is no comparison. It talks about one person. Comparative degree, where the comparison is between two, and it talks it compares two persons or things. Then we have superlative degree. It talks about three or more than three things, and comparative degree is being made by using er after the basic form of positive degree, and so superlative degree is being made by adding est or iest after the basic form of the adjective degree. So in this manner, in this particular class, we have done parts of speech, and this was our part first. In this part first, I had done with you three basic parts of speech, and those three parts of speech are noun. I have done verbs with you also, and adjectives. Hope you have all understood it. We'll meet in the next session of the remaining parts of speech. Thank you all.